Hello guys and welcome back to the sewing workshop. Hope you guys are having a nice time. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make a basket design. This particular thing an arrow is pointing at. Some people call it a basket design, some people call it a fabric weave. I don't know, it's just a design and I hope you guys like the video. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video and I hope you enjoy it. However, if you're interested in joining our WhatsApp group, we make video tutorials every week because I cannot really cover all the designs and all the videos. So I want you guys to actually vote for a tutorial that we are going to work on. So the link will be in the description below. Let's get straight into the video. So to cut this right now, I'll be using two colors. As you can see, this turquoise blue and this yellow. So it depends on the color that you want to use. If you want it to be wider, you can go for a wider measurement. But on this one, I'll be using a total wideness of 1 inch. 1 inch, as you can see, is going to be a total of like not even up to like 1 inch because I'll be stitching it down. So in order to cut it out, I'm going to cut out two 2 inches and a quarter, 2 inches and a quarter, and I'll be stitching a quarter of an inch in the front. So after stitching it, I'm going to have like 1.8, which should be the total wideness. You can see. So I'll be marking to 1/4. As you can see, so I'm just going to cut that out. Basically, you can just follow your own step. I'm just going to show you just the process. You can use it to do any design that you want. You can use it to make on the design that you want. Also, it depends on the length that you want. If you want it for a full senator, that means you're going to cut a longer fabric. But on this one, I just want to use it for a side pocket on a senator. That's why I'm cutting just a short length. You can say that. So now it depends on how many fabric you want to do. If it's going to be long, as I said earlier, you're going to cut a longer fabric. On this one, I'm just going to cut 6 pieces of this or 10 pieces, and I'm going to cut the same turquoise blue. Also, I'm going to cut 10 pieces of this. So instead of marking it, I'm just going to use this same fabric to cut all the one I need. I'll just cut out 5 of this. This simple basket design, some people call it basket design, some people call it net design. So I already cut out 5 pieces of this. You can cut more than this if you'll be needing more. So I'm just going to use this one also to cut exactly the same thing. I'm just going to trim out the edge, and I'm going to cut it out. So this design, some people can use it for a senator, maybe like a full senator from the chest down to the hemming part, and some people use it for, so this is just a fundamental of how to do it. So I'm going to cut out, so I'm going to be able to stitch 1 inch at the side of this. So I cut out 6 pieces of this. It all depends on how long you want to do it, as I said. So I'll just be doing just a small, so that I can do a center point for the pocket. You can see. So the next thing I'll be doing now, I'm going to stitch each of the sides. So just mark your wrong side. So I'll be stitching from the wrong side, so I'll be able to turn it to the right side of the fabric. You can see. So as you can see, after stitching in this, what we're going to have, I just stitch everything all straight. So the first thing I'm going to do is you have to take your time to make sure you open all those stitches. You're going to open it up and you're going to iron each of the sides from the inside. Let me zoom in closer so you can see. It's kind of blurry. Let me focus. Okay. So you're going to iron it open the stitch before we'll be able to turn it to the outside. So you're going to do the same thing for all the fabric. So after ironing it, this is what you're going to have. You see how smooth that place is and it's flat. That's what we need to do. So when you turn it to the other side, you're going to get your center point on the stitch, which is going to be in the middle. So far this is what we're going to have after turning everything. So I'm just going to like turn everything. You can see I'm just going to turn it to the right side of the fabric. You can see what we have. So after turning it inside, you have to get your center point. Get your center point, and you're going to iron it. And make sure it is very, 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 very straight. We're going to do it all together. Just iron all those sides and make sure it is straight. So the side that had the stitch should be the one at the down part. You can see that, while the smooth side will be the one at the upper part. You can see that. So let me turn everything and do our closing. So after you turn it, you can see our ironing. Even when you can see our center point here, even if you're not looking closely, you will not see it. But that place will be at the down part, and you're going to iron it. So I'm going to iron all of the fabrics now, so we can do our weave. So this is what we're going to have. I already like iron everything. So I'm just going to start the weave. I'm going to place my first fabric right here. I'm going to place this one above it, just like this. Depending on the design that you want to make, actually, I told you, if you want to make something different from this, you have to like make it longer or make it shorter. But I'm just going to do a pocket on this one. Just going to do a pocket design. So you can see that. I'm going to place the yellow again. I'm going to place the blue. And I'm going to place the yellow again. You can see. I'm going to place the yellow. And I'm going to place the blue. Okay, I think this will be enough for me actually. So you can see what I have so far. I think this will be enough. I just need two 4 inches circle at each of the sides actually. So if you're doing something bigger than this, you might need to go for a longer fabric on a more wider fabric. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to cross all of the parts. So with this blue, I'm going to place it right there. So it has to go inside of the blue. You can see that. So this blue also, I'll lift it up, lift the blue up, lift it up also. You can see. So I'm going to place it like that. You can see what we have. So also I'm going to put this blue, which will be the next one. So I'm just going to lift up the yellow. I'm going to place it under it. You can see that. And I'm going to place the yellow back. Right now I'll be using blue on all the side. I'm going to place another blue at the side also. So I'm just going to place each of the blue under. So all I'll be doing is just to raise up each of the blue and place my blue underneath it. I'm also going to raise up the blue. You can see that. I'm going to input this. You can see that we're getting the shape from the center point. I'm going to insert another blue. You can see what we're getting. So the first one we placed previously. So I'm just going to like lift it up and okay, I'll be using. I'm just going to turn it. I'll be using a blue on that side also because I already get my yellow center point. So I'll just be placing blue on it. And make sure you make sure all the sides, all the center are closed so that there won't be like space in between it. You can see what I'm doing. You can see that. I know if you try this yourself, you can create another kind of like a concept of making it look better more than this. This is just like a basic showing you how to actually do it. But I feel like you can do better than this. So after that, I'm going to stitch those edges. But first, I'm going to input another one so that I can have enough of my. I'm going to place it above the yellow. You can see that. You see what we have so far. So this is what is going to. So I'm going to stitch all the edges. But while stitching it, make sure you key in all the fabric. Make sure they are closer to each other. That's very, very important, so that there won't be space in between. So this is what we're going to have after weaving it. After stitching the edge, I just stitch each of the edge. All I just need is just the circle at the side, because I'll be taking out two pockets from the side. I just need a. But if you're making a longer design, you know that you're going to have a longer fabric, and you're going to make a longer weave, right? So I'm going to cut out the pockets now and place it on top of it. So this is the fabric I'll be using for my pocket. The entire pocket is going to be a total of 5.5, you can see. And the circle in the center of the pocket is going to be a total of 4.5 or 4. 4.5 or 4, depending on. So I'm going to make a 4.5 circumference in the center. So I'm going to add an interface into the fabric. So this is what we're going to have. I already had an interface into this. So this will be the fusing I'll be using for the pocket itself. So the pocket itself is going to be a total of 5.5 inches, as I said. 5.5. So I'm just going to like cut out the 5.5. You can see that. So the length of the pocket is going to be a total of 7 inches. It's going to be a total of 7 inches. So I'm going to like cut out the 7. So this pocket is going to be at the side of a senator outfit, and the outfit of itself does not have too much design. It is just the turquoise blue outfit. The yellow is just going to be the touch at the side of the pocket. So the down part, I'm just going to like cut it straight, just like that, for the pocket. So here is where I'm going to cut out my center point for the circle. So to get that, I'm just going to fold this into two, and I'm going to leave a space. You can see that. So here I will be marking it. Just pay attention to what I'm doing. So I said I'm going to leave a total of half of an inch at the edge, right? So in order to get the 5 inches, the 4 inches circumference, sorry, I'll be using 4 inches for the whole circumference. So here I'm going to mark half of an inch from the edge here, and I'm going to leave an extra quarter of an inch at that side, as you can see that. So now I'm going to measure the total from here, so I have 2 inches, right? So the same 2 inches is what I'm going to measure here. Very simple. And I'm going to like make a curve around this side. So we have, so the circumference there now is going to be a total of 4. That's each of the side. So I'm just going to like cut that out. So this is how our pocket is going to look like. You can see that. So I'm just going to iron it to the pockets, to the fabric itself, and I'm going to fold my pocket. So I'll be able to like, I'll cut out the center point, and I'm going to like stitch it to the basket design. So here, this is what we're going to have. You can see that. I'm going to just weave it to the fabric itself. I'm going to, okay, sorry. I'm going to fold, make sure it doesn't go beyond the circle. So I'm going to trim off the edges. I'm going to trim out all the edges before folding it to the pocket. So this is what we're going to have. You can see the circle in between. So I'm just going to cut out the circle, the center point. But pay attention to what I'm doing right here. So at this point, I'm going to leave a little bit of fabric. So I'm going to make a straight cut. You can use this kind of like a design for a front pocket, but I feel like it will be too kind of like noisy for me. So I'm making it for a side pocket. And the cloth itself does not have any other design else from that pocket side, which will be at the side of the senator. So I'm just going to make a notch round. Make sure you did not reach the other stay, the other fusing. Just make a notch just a little bit. You can see that. Just round that circle. You can see what we have. So the next thing you're going to do now is to iron it. You're going to push it inside and make a good ironing. Make sure it's laid. So we can now make our pocket and make a stitch just like that. So I'll be using one side for one pocket, so I have to find a way to manage this side. You can see that, so I'll be using this side and I'll be using this side to get the second pocket. You can see that. So as you can see, if you iron it very well, I'm using the normal iron instead of a steam because I'm working on Gen. That's why it's not relaxed. So I'll be taking this to the sewing machine now, and I'm going to make a round stitch at that edge. I'll be making 2 as I said earlier, so I have to like make sure it is very close to that side so that I'll be able to see another one to do. So let me go to the sewing machine now and do the stitch. So as you can see, this is what we have. So I'll make sure that what I have here is, you can see we have 4 inches circumference in the center. So what I have at the side has to be up to 4 inches for me to be able to like. So I'll be trimming it out from the inside, just like that. So I'll be using this other one for the second pocket. So let me save its life. So this is what we're going to have. I'll just be weaving the inside. I'll be weaving the inside, those edges. I'll just weave the edges all around before attaching it to my bodice. I'll take my time to give it a good ironing so that it's going to like balance very well. So that is how to make a basket design on basically anything, as simple as possible. So that's about it on this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, give it a thumb up and make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you on my next video. Peace and enjoy yourself.